This is an explicit podcast where we try to keep the conversations as raw and authentic as possible with no intentions of hurting anyone. So if you're very woke, religious, or sensitive, we highly recommend you do not tune in. What's up, Asad? How are you, bro?
Salut.
Guys, Asad Motawh. You all probably know him already if you're watching. Dude, you're really young, man.
Yeah, I'm 22 this year.
Yeah, 22. You look very stressed out, you know?
Oh, a little bit, yeah. Because I'm always constantly working, bro. Like,
You can tell, bro, to be successful at a young age, you have to sacrifice a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I've been working for a long time also, since I started from the music career, right?
Mm.
So when I was 17, when I started, I've been working ever since.
Okay.
Yeah.
17, yeah. So now we're on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to relax a bit.
Yeah,
you know?
okay. We can try.
Just, I'll make sure you relax, okay, bro? Because I've watched some of the podcasts you did with other people. I'm like, damn, so tense. It's not something I'm very used to.
Okay, understood.
Yeah. This one I'm interested in asking you,
Okay.
dude. You work very hard. You probably very busy all the time.
Yeah.
Are you single, dude?
Yeah, I'm still single. There's a reason to it. There's a reason why I'm single.
Yeah, I'm going to take a wild guess, right?
Okay.
That you're single because you want to stay focused.
Yes. But would you agree that girls are a distraction if you're dating them?
The thing is, most people your age or even younger or even older or up to their 40, they maybe they know that, or I don't know, man, bro. It's like you know that, but at the end of the day, you want what you want, but you do what you are gonna do. So you want really badly to be successful. You care about your work. So you decide to put away your distractions. A lot of people know that. I know girls are a distraction or whatever. I'm still dated all the time.
Yeah. Okay, so like you said just now, we do what we want, right? So most of the time, I don't really do what I want. I do what I need to do. So there's a difference.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah, so like for me, I need to become successful because I don't want to, be the normal type of person. So I have different goals, I would say.
I understand. What do you think about the people who don't have like this type of high standards? They want to have a very mediocre, normal life.
Oh, that one, mediocre, it's normal, bro. I mean, like, if you want to live the mediocre life, it's up to you. Because at the end of the day, it's your life. So it's up to you how you want to run it. But like for me, I have my goals and I have planned it up to 75 years old, actually. So what I'm going to do at that age.
75 years old, man.
Yeah. So like, I try to
Inshallah,
be the best. Inshallah.
Yeah, 75, not everyone gets to live till that long,
Yeah, that's why if I'm lucky, if I get there, that'll be great. If not, then...
Bro, but also do you think, right, that the reason why people are built so different, right? Like at a young age, you can be someone that's so focused on work, on development of his career and all. It's also because of where you come from or the surroundings, how you were brought up and all that, which led you to become this sort of person, Okay,
so like for me, it's not... Okay, we can say that it's where I came from. That could be one of the points, but I wouldn't say that I really had an entirely hard life. It was okay, because how you define hard is up to you, right? Like for some things for me that are easy, people would say it's hard. So like my life back then when I grew up, it was mediocre, normal. My mom lived a normal life. She worked a normal job. She was a single mom. So for some people they would say it's hard, but when I asked my mom again, I actually asked her last 2 weeks.
Sorry, from what age was your mom a single mom? Like what age were you?
7 until 12, I think. So it wasn't so long.
Do you have any siblings, bro?
Yeah, 4. I'm the third one.
Okay, third.
So the eldest is the sister. Then I have an elder brother. Then younger brother.
Okay, so you're the second youngest.
Yes, second youngest. Yeah.
Yeah. Are they old or
no,
not too far apart?
Not too far. My younger brother is 21. I'm 22. My elder brother is 24. My sister is 27.
Yeah, it's quite near each other.
Quite near, yeah.
Are they doing the same field?
No, I'm the only one outside. Entertainment, yeah.
Do you have a chip on your shoulder?
Chip on my shoulder meaning?
So what it means is like you got something to prove.
Something to prove?
Yeah, you feel like you got something that you need to prove to the world.
No, not really. Most of the things I do for myself, bro. Like, no one actually knew I had a car. Like, no one actually knew like I had a sports car until like just yesterday, I think. I posted it on my feed. So,
really?
So most of the things I do in private, yeah. It's been like what? I think I had that car for about a year. Yeah, I just don't tend to show. All my watches, so I don't show. So I just do things for myself most of the time.
It's very different, right? People, once they achieve success or they reach a certain goal, and the first thing that they're going to do is post it on Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, that's the standard procedure for people, right? But I think for me...
Because you work so hard for it, bro. That's what you want to do, right?
Yeah.
You want to show the world what you've achieved,
Yeah, correct. But that's the standard procedure for most people. But for me, the way I look at it, people view me and they like me for me, not for the things I have. So there's no point to show the materialistic things. Sometimes it could be motivational, but most of the times, like, people just want to hear the things I have to say or how I run my life.
Dude, your content last time is pretty different than
Yeah,
the
completely
content right now. Last time, of course, you were younger, right? Back then, you did a lot of fun videos.
Yeah,
I
pranks
saw,
also.
Yeah, I saw the Pengemis one, bro.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
one hit quite a lot of views.
Yeah.
But bro, what is YouTube views compared to TikTok right nowadays? It's
Yeah,
fucking
correct.
insane,
Yeah,
right? How
it's
things change.
different. Yeah. So like for YouTube, it's really hard, but TikTok is completely easy to get views these days.
Instagram also, I guess compared to YouTube.
YouTube, yeah.
But in terms of starting from scratch, right? TikTok way faster than Instagram,
TikTok's
right? Bro?
way. So I think if someone that was smart, they would start from TikTok first and then try to convert it to other platforms.
Okay.
Yeah, so you do TikTok first, you build the following, then you convert that you have Instagram and YouTube. That'll be easier to grow.
Naturally, I started with Instagram because I already had a personal account.
Yeah.
Most people have Instagram like they have Facebook like that. In fact, Instagram came after Facebook. Then Facebook is more used by I think maybe
Older generation.
5 years to 10 years above
Yeah.
me.
It's like my mom's generation that uses it the most.
Yes, so your mom probably active on Facebook. What do you think about, like, I was just thinking about this yesterday, okay? Because you see people posting about their mental health, and we've heard this many times now already. Or mental health, a lot of it also has to do with the fact that you're addicted to social media. You're always looking at stories. You're always comparing your lives to other people. Your buddy just went to a party last night. Was on the yacht partying. Bought a brand new car, right, or a brand new house or whatever. So it does take a toll on your mindset, on the pressure and stress that you put in yourself.
Okay. So I think from my opinion, nothing is new lah. Nothing I'm about to say is new. Most of the things I'm about to say, people already know. It's just up to them if they want to take it into account or not. But like, of course, number one is comparing to other people. Then social media, always seeing other people all the time. And then, like you said just now, this person got a car, this person bought a house. And then the other reason why you could be depressed is probably because you're not happy with your life. But that's the thing. It's up to you if you want to change it or not. If you just keep on sitting there in the dark, you're not going to get to the light, right? So at the end of the day, you still have to find a way out yourself. Because like I'm going to say right now, nothing new. No one's going to come and save you, right? You have to save yourself.
Remember when Andrew Tate talked about depression? This one got pretty viral. I liked it, how it sounded, a lot of the things he says. He was talking about how, you tell yourself so basically he's saying that depression is not an illness, right? It's your body telling you, yourself telling you that you're not happy with certain things, like what you said, and you need to change something about that. But a lot of people get offended because they go to a doctor and then the doctor tells them that you're depressed. So when you're depressed, you've got to take a bunch of pills, medication, so that you feel better. But then it's also conflicting in a way where there is a monetary incentive for him to say that, right?
But if you put it in that context, right? Okay, I can't really say that because doctor and a normal person is completely different, right? So like being a doctor, you need papers, right? But like, you need qualifications, etc. So maybe my point really makes sense. But like, let's just talk about like business a little bit. You can take advices from someone that has a PhD or master's, but if he doesn't have proof of concept of a business, his points are probably not valid, right? So it's better to take advice from someone that has already done it by themselves, right? So like for Andrew Tate, the things that he say, the things that make sense you can take, the things that don't make sense or it's not realistic and real, push it aside lah.
I remember there was once I went to the physio, and then the physio was telling me how to rehab my knee. Probably I injured my knee from doing a lot of running because previously I was only doing bodybuilding, and then suddenly I got into doing boxing, MMA, and then cardio is very important in this style of sports, right? Do you happen to watch any sort of martial arts fight sports?
No, not much.
Oh, but of course you know Jake Paul. And
Yeah,
he's seen a couple of boxing fights. You recently fell sick, is it? Dude?
No, probably not enough sleep.
Remember today I told you whether we can start later? I had a good nap, man.
Really?
Yeah, because I also felt I was so weak, bro.
I was up since 5.
In the morning I felt tired, like just like a zombie. So I just thought, shit, I need to sleep. I'll do it.
Yeah. So like for me, if I wake up any later than 5, my day is probably messed up because I have so many things to do.
But what time do you go to bed then?
I try to go to bed at 10, But if I can't, let's just say if I go to bed at 1, I'll still have to wake up at 5 anyways.
Wow,
Yeah,
bro.
so I try to sleep early, but if I can't get enough sleep, I still have to wake up at 5.
Can fall sick, bro. If
Yeah.
your
But then
immunity-
actually your body gets used to it. So like last time I was a lot weaker when I started this whole routine, right? It's in a way it's a healthy, unhealthy lifestyle because not enough sleep, right? But once your body gets used to it, then it's fine.
it's fine now, but for the long run,
Yeah.
you can do certain things when you're younger.
Mm.
Your body will adapt. You can not done this sport for a long time. Like let's say 1 year you haven't played soccer, and then suddenly you're playing soccer for 3 hours straight.
Semput oh.
Yeah, your body will be wrecked, but you recover.
Yeah.
But then when you're, let's say, 35, and then you haven't played football for 3 years, and then suddenly you play. Next day your body's like you're in a car
correct.
crash, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's also like the gym, right? So like when I was 14, I used to do calisthenics. So when I started up my body,
that's long time. Yeah.
long time ago. So I used to do calisthenics. When I started working out, my body was very sore. Then I stopped doing calisthenics. I got really skinny again after that. Then when I started working out again, how old was I? 19. When I started working out again, it felt sore again, but then you got used to it.
For that 5 years, right, that you were doing calisthenics, you didn't do weights,
No, just calisthenics. Because I couldn't afford a gym, so just work out with what I have lah. Yeah, so we just go to the taman with me and my brothers. We just do pull-ups and dips, push-ups.
But what would you say is your motivation to work out? People have different motivation, different reasons why they go to the gym.
Okay, like for some people, it could be for aesthetic reasons, just to look nice. But like for me, I was once a skinny boy. I was weak, right? So I just felt like
Naturally, you must have your family, also your siblings today have like the
everyone's skinny.
ectomorph, they call it.
Ectomorph is
So ecto,
yeah.
ecto, meso, endo. Meso being the middle, which is the most athletic, like let's say Usain Bolt. Endo is the far end, which is you gain weight fast. You also can lose weight fast.
Yeah.
But one way to tell your lower tummy, the abs is very hard to show. So
Okay.
you've always got
Excess fat, is
fats.
it? Okay.
Yeah. So yours is the skinny one, is
Yeah,
it?
the skinny type. So I lose weight really fast. So actually, like my weight right now, I rely a lot on protein because I don't like eating as well. I don't enjoy eating much.
Are you a robot?
No. I mean, I don't enjoy eating because okay, think about it like this,
Yeah,
right?
explain please.
Yeah, okay. So when I go to the office, when my staff is at 9, I have breakfast before, but I try to not have lunch because when you have lunch, you'll get sleepy and tired, right?
Sorry, what time do you get to the office?
9,
What sort of breakfast do you have?
big breakfast.
Big breakfast,
Yeah.
Why, bro? You're
Just
used to it.
Used to it is one, and also it's because I don't want to eat lunch, so I try to have something big straight away.
Okay.
Why not good?
No, it's not good.
Okay.
It's, I think the reason why you don't want to have lunch is because you know what happens after you have lunch. Food coma, bro. Right.
Okay.
You get lethargic right after you eat then your body needs an hour or 2 to digest properly. I have this habit, right? At first it started because they say intermittent fasting.
Okay.
Right, you need to eat within an 8-hour window. In that way, I can't remember the reason why. I think it's because you burn more carbs or something, or people just find more success in lowering their body fat doing that. So I thought I tried it out, intermittent fasting, 8-hour window, which meant that I ate probably a late lunch and only dinner, 8 hours. Then now, fast forward 8-9 years later, I'm still doing it just by habit.
Does it work better that way, or do you feel tired? No.
I don't know about that, but one thing is for sure I only eat, let's say if I eat my lunch I wake up at, let's say 8 I eat my first meal of the day, no breakfast, at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
I don't feel tired until after lunch.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So like for me, if I eat breakfast, I don't feel tired, but I feel tired after lunch. So I always try to avoid lunch if I can.
What time do you have lunch then?
I don't have lunch, just dinner straight away. So I eat twice a day. Morning, night. That's all.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. So it's kind of like fasting actually. Kinda.
It is. But bro, there's no right or wrong what time you have to eat. You know, last time people publish information is not so easily accessed back then. So you've got men's health magazines telling you eat 5 times a day.
Yeah.
And then small meals, you break things down because that's just the best way. And then at the same time also you've got professional bodybuilders that, let's say Olympia those type of people, right? So they know their shit down to the scientific details.
Yeah.
And they'll tell you that Some of them actually do eat small meals, you know, and they split it up. Some of them don't even eat like many meals. They can eat 2 meals a day or 1 meal, and they'll tell you like the only thing that matters is the
How many
amount.
calories you put in? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like for me, I just do whatever works for me. What works for me might not work for people, so don't follow what I do. Yeah. So
and it's not like your aim is to be a professional bodybuilder.
yeah,
Mm.
dude, bodybuilding is an expensive sport either way, so not really for me.
Very, bro.
Yeah.
I think you can afford being a bodybuilder. I mean,
Yeah,
most
but
bodybuilders are broke, lah, bro.
Really?
Of course, lah.
Okay.
Um,
Why is that though?
why is that, lah? I sort of feel like oftentimes when people follow their passion, right, it's like a very appealing way for many people. So a lot of people would love to take that route. But if you're not able to be the 1%, the 0.1%, it's hard for you to make not only decent living, but like to sustain. Yeah. So if you ask me why, I don't know, man. That's just the way it is for a lot of people, that a lot of professions and fields where it's people
When they
following-
follow their passion and they don't make money off of it.
It's not easy. So yeah, there's the truth
No,
is,
but at the end of the day, the whole money making thing is a skill you have to learn. It doesn't mean you're famous, you can make money. Because I know so many influencers that have a lot of followers, but they're not making much money these days anyway. So it's a skill you have to learn.
is whether they want to.
Yeah. Because some people, okay, it's cool to have like big businesses and making a lot of money, but there's a stress that comes with it. So maybe people don't really want to go through that kind of situation, you know? Yeah. So like for me, I enjoy the pain, so I do it lah.
Sometimes, there's also the other end of it where people are successful, but they only realize at 50, you know, that they didn't want all that. You know, like they didn't need to have all that stress, all that money, all that success, you know, in their lives.
But it depends on people on how they plan their life, right? But like for me, I just want because inshallah, maybe in the future, I'll have children in the future. I just want them to have like,
I was about to ask you that. Bro.
yeah, like they're proud of their father, you know, at least, or the people around me remember me for the things that I've done, the people that I've helped. So that's the type of thing I want to leave behind.
I just saw a quote on Instagram just only today. Something like, people are not going to remember the car you drove, the amount of money you made, the amount of milestones you achieved or success or whatever. They're going to remember how you've treated them, how you were to other people, and how you took time to appreciate the little things. I would say it's also a lot of it translate to you were saying just now, you want your kids to be proud of you. A lot of the times, right, bro, you it's not just money that will make children or what proud of you.
Money is just a bonus, you know. So it helps, yes, but it still comes down to how you treat people. You know, treat everyone with respect. I try to do that as much as I can these days.
You're a very respectful person, bro.
Thank you. I try to be. Well, like speaking the whole father thing, this is because I didn't really have a dad when I was younger, right? Because the whole divorce situation. So I want to be the father I never had.
I can understand, bro. I can't understand, but yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah, of course. This is something also I realized much later than you will. I have this desire to want to have a family. Also, is because I've grown up having all the love, you know. I can say that I didn't come from a broken family or anything. I was very fortunate to have been given a lot of love since young and all, grew up in a good family. So I feel like naturally I want to give the same thing to someone. And then also when you reach a certain point in life, right, you get older, probably want a different purpose.
Yeah, sometimes your purpose change, right?
Definitely, bro.
Yeah. Like how I wanted to be a singer, then now I'm doing business. But actually, the whole singing business thing, I always knew that I wanted to do business. Because
Let's talk about see.
Yeah, so like I knew that one day I want to venture into business because I knew singing won't last me that long. Because before I jumped in the industry, I already checked out how long the people that hyped up last, roughly 2 years. So I had a 2-year window to make as much money as I can to invest into business.
That's why it's always so, like, people always appreciate, right? Let's say even Taylor Swift already, it's been a long time, man, 10 years, and she's probably going to be making hits for another 10 years, you know, if all goes well. Who else are some of those people in that industry to sustain so long at the top, right? It's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah, that's really tough.
Bro, but how come singing, dude?
How come singing? Okay, because I was too young. I started at 16, right? And I wanted things on my own. You know, like I want to buy things, but I can't afford, no money, right? So one of the easiest way for me to make money was online on social media somehow back then. I figured out somehow if I'm famous, I can convert it to money.
16? So, were you already growing your Instagram account
Yeah,
then?
so in about 7 or 8 months, I had about 300,000 followers already on Instagram.
No fucking way, bro.
Yeah.
7 to 8 months. Okay. Does it surprise you that this fucking Instagram, like you met me today,
Mm.
and I only heard about you when we started talking. Does it still surprise you
Mm.
that you've already reached so many people? You've been doing it for so long, right? But
Mhm.
yet there's a lot of people also that don't know. I
Yeah.
never heard of you and all.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the market you go to, right? So, like,
yeah,
me, I'm mostly to the Malay market. I think you're like
okay.
more to the English speaking side, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Even though I speak most English, but I'm just more catered to that side.
I can understand
Yeah.
why. Yeah, because of the masses,
Probably.
probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that something you figured out from the start,
So
or
when
you've
I start,
decided?
as in what?
You've decided, like, okay, I definitely need to target Malay market a lot as well because it's super big.
Well, it's easier to grow that way, lah. So the whole goal was to make money as fast as I can, right? So back then there was not many much singers. I said this in another podcast as well. There was only Ismail Zani doing covers on Instagram.
Sorry, who?
Ismail Zani. Okay.
Not sure. Local dude as well.
Yeah, local dude. Yeah, he's doing quite well. So back then he was quite up there because of covers, and there was no one else doing covers like him. So it was like a supply and demand issue that I saw there. So I told myself I could kind of sing, you know. So that's why I started doing covers.
But why did you tell yourself you could kind of sing? Did you sing all the time? Like you love to sing just in general?
Yes, just in general, I like to sing. I mean, I'm not great at it. I would say I'm better at entertaining. So like most of the shows I had, I'm the very hyped up type of person. So I focus more on that. But
Most of the what? Sorry?
most of the time when I do my shows,
The live shows, you
yeah,
mean?
the live shows, yeah, I focus more on entertaining people than singing properly. I mean, I'm not not the best at it, so I don't really push much of that.
As long as people they're satisfied for what
Yeah.
they paid for to come watch you.
Yeah, I mean, in Malaysia, there's not much paid ticket shows. Most of the time, it's like events they call you. Then
Oh, okay,
The
bro.
event.
I'm not sure about that,
yeah, like in America, it's different, right?
Yeah, definitely,
Yeah,
bro.
definitely.
Really, I
No, Malaysia rarely. I think just this year or last year, we had a lot of ticketing shows.
Like-
Before that, it's all free.
let's say for example, I have no idea. You know Sona One, right? So if Sona One throws a concert, right? Are people paying for tickets?
It depends. So if the concert, let's just say it's sponsored by a brand, and the brand wants to make it free to pull as much crowd as possible, then it'll be free. But the brand will still pay Sona One.
Ah, I
Yeah,
see.
so
I
that's
see.
how it works,
Okay.
yeah.
So yeah, of course. Sona One, it doesn't really matter to him lah. He's getting paid.
Yeah.
His fans also get to watch him.
Yeah.
Okay. But whereas if you're hosting it yourself,
Yeah, if you're hosting yourself, then you have to do the promotion yourself, you have to sell the tickets yourself, so it's a lot more challenging. Plus, I would say the buying power in Malaysia is not as high. Singapore is a lot better.
okay, you mean from the market,
Yeah. So it's just about 7-8 months when I started, then I became a singer straight away. It's quite quick.
very quick, bro.
Mm.
But all of that, you can do it just because you managed to reach a certain amount of people. You can
Yeah, I mean, it's actually it's not hard to figure out the whole
It's not hard,
formula. No, I mean,
to some people it's very
to
hard.
some people it depends. Like I said just now, right? You have to
Mm.
define what hard is, because some things that are easy for me could be hard for you.
Gotcha.
So it really depends. So like when I started, I saw the fastest way to grow on social media is if you post consistently with quality. So when I started out, I noticed that posting pictures doesn't get me as much followers as videos. So I focus more on videos. Yeah, I just had that and try to be as consistent as possible. So when I started, before I even started posting, I asked myself, why do I follow such a person, right? So most of the time back then, the explore page, I think back then explore page didn't exist yet. It was just people you follow.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I also can't remember, but correct me if I'm wrong. So whenever I follow a person, I always check that if they're active or not. So back then it was like all these other artists posting every day, so that's why I follow them. The people that are not active, they post once a month or twice a month, once a week. I unfollow, I don't follow. So that was a formula for me. Do what you want to see, you know?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I was never that type of person to unfollow. I unfollow if I get annoyed. Like,
Okay.
not by statement or what, but maybe sometimes I follow this guy's account, then I realize like, oh shit, he's posting too many of, like, he's posting every day, and I realize like, I don't want to see this
Okay.
anymore. Yeah. You mentioned growing is
Easy.
Yeah. You know, you ever heard of GV?
GB, really?
Chibi. There's this account, Chibi. Is this girl who's
Okay.
she speaks with an American accent.
Okay.
She is a Malaysian girl. Her content is she's a school teacher, kindergarten school teacher. I think she's the fastest I've seen grow.
Really?
Recently, in recent times. So less than a year, probably went from 200 to 900,000.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in less than a year. Right now, it's almost hitting 1 million.
Oh, that's great.
And her content.
What, on TikTok, is it?
No, this is Instagram.
Instagram.
I'm not
Okay.
sure about her TikTok, but maybe it's also the same, something similar. But how I made sense of it is because she's doing content with kindergarten kids. She's a
Okay.
kindergarten teacher.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
You've
I know.
heard
Yeah,
of
I've
her.
heard of her, yeah.
She's
Yeah.
a Chinese girl that speaks with an American
Yeah.
accent. So it's very wholesome. You hit a super wide range of
Yeah.
audience, whether you're a kid or you're an older person. Definitely, if you're an older person, you're a family person, you fucking love kids. So I made sense of it because it's also a very wide range of audience, and I don't think I've seen many accounts like that.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's probably her bonus point, being very wholesome.
Because it's not easy to grow from, especially today, dude, the amount of competition that is out there.
Yep.
Imagine if you were to be a singer now, bro. How okay, so yeah, imagine how do you think you'd fare if you started becoming a singer in 2023?
I think I'll still do great.
You think so?
Yeah.
That's a very bold statement.
I really believe in myself. I believe that there's nothing I can't do. Yeah, so
You need to have the attitude though.
I mean, some people might say it's arrogant, but I know that if I put in the work, inshallah, I will get there. So just like when I released my first song when I had 300,000 followers in 7 months, right? I actually got
300,000 followers was just from doing covers.
Yeah, from doing covers. And then on the 9th month, I hit my first 1 million followers on Instagram. So in 9 months, I got a million followers.
Okay.
Yeah, so a total of
From
9 months.
300, you went to 1 million.
Yeah, so from the first month to the 7th month, I got 300,000 followers. From 7 to 9, so in 3 months, I got 1 million followers.
And it's from
That was from my singing career, so that was a bonus, I would say. Yeah, so I was already going on TV shows and everything, so more exposure lah, easier for me to get followers, right? But on TikTok as well, when TikTok first started, I think it was COVID, right? When the whole hyped up thing, right? I also did the same thing. I got 1 million followers in 8 months, I think.
Cool. Okay, so you probably started TikTok in 2020,
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Damn, bro, that's fast, man.
Yeah,
Dude.
I mean, but that's the thing. Things that go up fast will come back down crashing if you don't know how to sustain it properly.
What do you mean by that?
So it's just okay. If you look at, for example, oh my god, I don't want to give reference in the stock market, right? Okay, but for example, if a chart goes up, right, it has to come back down. So it's better to gradually grow with people that actually want to follow you more than people that just view you, because people that view you will potentially leave sooner.
Okay, let's talk about this first. So just now you mentioned stock market. Did you pay any attention or dabbled in crypto or those NFT shit?
Yeah, I
You
invest in
do?
crypto, yeah.
Do you still do it right now?
Yes.
How's it been?
It's been great. My money is a bit in XRP. I put some in Solana, Cardano, and Bitcoin.
How do you make sense of all the a lot of crypto coins being crashing, and then turns out it's just a Ponzi scheme?
Okay.
Get people at the top, they are the one making money. You get in and then you get out. If you have the discipline to get out before it crashes, then you do make money. But a lot of the people they're getting wrecked basically.
So for me, Bitcoin, I actually sold some of mine already. I think I don't have much Bitcoin left.
When did you purchase Bitcoin then?
I think it was when it was 90,000 ringgit. Now it's about 202,000 ringgit, right? If I'm not mistaken, as in today. So I
Not
sold
sure,
it at
but
180
okay.
few weeks back. Yeah, but I'm still keeping XRP and the rest.
Okay, so you also understand that like you said if it goes up fast, it will come down one day. Just gotta be aware when it's
Yes. Yeah. So try to not be tamak lah. In Malay, it's called tamak.
Greedy, is it?
Yeah,
Tamak.
don't be greedy. Yeah, so don't be greedy. You must have an exit strategy in everything you do. So my exit strategy in my singing career was doing business, just the same as crypto. Don't think it'll forever go up, but potentially if you look at the graph, it is going up. But try to take profit because we never know what's gonna happen, right? Yeah.
And then after crypto, and then suddenly NFTs came along,
Oh, I didn't do NFT because it didn't make much sense to me.
It didn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah,
bro.
it makes sense. Like, why am I paying for a picture?
Yeah, which
It doesn't
anyone
give me enough
value.
Yeah, value for me to invest in it. So not for me.
No
Maybe
need-
I don't know. It depends on the people.
No need that. Anyone can get a hold of the picture that you purchase.
Yeah.
Let's say you purchased it for some selling for millions or whatever, right? And then you get a hold of it, and then this dude can just take a picture on his phone and it looks the exact same as whatever you purchased.
Yeah.
So how
correct.
does it make sense? I think of it as how can you invest in something when it doesn't make sense how it's making money.
Mm.
It's making money through the investors, the funds, like the funds people are putting in, which is what a Ponzi scheme is. Yeah.
But like the safest form of investment is physical assets like physical gold or actually having a physical house. That's good. But the whole house thingy, people might think that houses are an asset. It's only an asset if it makes money for you. So if you're still paying for it and you don't make money off of it, it's a liability.
It's only an asset if it's making money.
If it's making, yeah, that's what an asset is, right? So it's supposed to be something that provides value to you.
I didn't know that.
Okay, so an asset is like, for me, the way I look at it, if it doesn't provide any value to me, then it's not an asset.
Is a car an asset?
It depends. Like there's a friend of mine. There's a friend of mine who's very well doing.
Okay, it depends. Yeah.
Yeah. So he makes money off of buying cars.
And start reselling them.
Yeah. So you know how because he finds loopholes, in market. So like, he buys cars that are recon and then he sells it to people that want to sambung bayar. Have you heard of that whole term?
Sambung bayar is.
Yeah, it's for usually
you
the people
refurbish it, is it?
yeah,
You do it up.
you buy it without taking a loan from the bank. So you have a contract to the person, right? Yeah. So it's usually people that do sambayar ni is the people yang I would say that very impatient. They just want it quick. So he sells it for a higher price. So then it's an asset.
Bro, I was actually doing real estate in Melbourne. One thing I noticed, right? Because just now you mentioned that it's not an asset if it doesn't make you money. So what happens is there was lots of people investing in apartments in Melbourne apartments. This was during 2013 to just when I joined, maybe the start of 17. So when I joined in 17, late 17, in 2018, it started crashing, and then it was stagnant, and then it just was very bad for years and years, and then COVID came, and then I'm not sure about it now because I'm not there anymore. But what I realized in doing real estate is a lot of these people investing in the apartments, right? They're not making money, man. It's more so of because there are a lot of rich people from China.
Yeah.
They will just want a place to put their money, so they invest in an apartment there. Yeah.
But it depends, like there's some places that people always think buying a house gets the most value or makes a lot of money, but not really.
They think that it's also, I think one reason why people always put their money in house is because they think that it's something that maybe 5 years is not going to grow, 10 years is not going to grow, but 30 years down the line it's going to grow in value.
Yeah. But it really depends. Like, are you familiar with this place called Arte Ampang?
No.
Okay, so
Malaysia, I don't know.
I saw on TikTok, right? Like, I think the house is about 700,000. Now it's worth only 300k, which is quite bad. So it's a depreciating asset.
Yeah,
so
but how did that shit happen? Right?
Probably because bad management or the type of people that are staying there. Yeah,
okay.
so that could be one of the reasons, right?
Maybe they built a train station next to it, and then people are like, noise pollution, you know. Yeah. Okay. Would you invest in real estate?
It's not for me. Maybe in the future when I have enough knowledge and totally understand how to play the game, then I would. But at the moment, no.
One thing also I noticed, bro, because when I was the sales agent, right?
Okay.
So when you talk to clients, bro, most of the time they don't know shit, man.
Yeah.
They don't know shit. You are the one. A lot of the times I'm feeding them a lot of information, and then people just check out halfway. They don't really. And then a lot of the successful agents that I talk to, they don't. A lot of them, they don't care much about what the buyer wants or what's best for them or what.
Yeah.
They just want you to sign the goddamn contract and pay the 10% deposit because they're looking out for their own pockets.
Yeah.
So what I told myself was, next time when I want to buy a house, right, don't go to a fucking agent and expect him to tell you. You have to do it yourself, man.
Yeah, you have to do the research on your own. You have to take care of yourself. If you keep on depending on other people to feed you, then you're going to go nowhere in life,
How do you trust that they're going to feed you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, correct.
They're going to feed themselves first.
Yeah.
Then only they feed you.
At the end of the day, people only care about themselves. When totally shit hits the fan, nobody cares about anyone else.
Themselves and their family.
Yeah. So I don't know. For some, maybe there are some friend situations out there. If things go really bad, they don't really care if you're friends with this person anymore. Things get tough. Nobody really cares about anyone else.
Have you ever had sort of incidents where you had friends that you thought you could trust wholly and then got betrayed, at a young age or something like that?
Well, I would say one of my risky actually is not having much friends.
What is your rezeki? What's
Rizki is like
Rizki?
blessings, I would say.
I thought rezeki is a income allowance like that.
No, Rizki means a lot of things, blessings in
Okay,
general.
okay.
Yeah.
Rezeki,
So one of my
yeah.
blessings is like not having many friends. So I'm not heavily influenced by people. So I'm always
I'm
alone.
Am I your friend?
Yeah, I mean we're getting to know each other right now,
Yeah,
right?
sure.
Yeah, so you seem like a great person. So like
Thank you.
most of my time when I was younger, I didn't have much friends. I had recess alone. I go do things alone. I started my businesses alone.
I want to know about that, lah, dude. When you're how did that happen, lah? Like, why was it hard for you to find a lot of friends, or is it you from a young age or so you couldn't trust people? Tell me about that, bro.
It was tough for me to find friends because I couldn't fit in.
Did you go to normal public school?
Yeah, normal public school. Datuk Lokman, St. John. I went to Tafis as well.
Which area is that? KL.
Okay, so St. John is Bukit Nanas, KL.
Mm.
Datuk Lokman is in Desa Pandan, and then I went to a religious school, Tafis, in Ampang.
It's a agama school, is it?
Yeah, sekolah agama, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
That's high school, is it, bro? No,
Yeah, the sekolah agama and Datuk Lokman was high school.
So basically, do you even do SPM or do?
Yeah, SPM. Yeah, I did SPM.
Are you a good
Yeah.
student?
Not that great. I think I got like a few A's. I can't really remember.
I think that's a common denominator for a lot of people that end up being entrepreneurs. They were not the best students, maybe because of lack of interest in what you're studying.
I mean, like, okay, school is good. We should go to school. Make sure you finish school. Don't try to not go to school. Okay, so
Tell them.
but it just depends on how you use it. So like, how do I put this in a nice way? Because I don't want to offend.
You don't have to be nice, bro.
Yeah,
You have to be real.
So, like school, the way I look at it, it teaches you to show up on time. You know, to
The
be,
discipline
to
aspect.
be disciplined, etc., which is good. But for some people, we have certain interests of our own, right? So I don't want to work under someone. I want to work for myself. And learning things from school didn't really help me on the business side or how to earn money immediately because I want to be rich now. I don't want to be rich when I'm 50 because it's boring when I'm old, right? So that's why I started singing. But in terms of the whole school thing, there are so many things I wish we learned in school, but I still can't find the answer to why. Maybe they don't want to let us know certain things, right? Like I wish I taught us taxes in school, or yeah, that's an important one. Taxes, like even like by Form 5, you should be learning that kind of things, you know.
I assume that you learn a little bit of it. I'm not the best student, lah, bro.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have much memories about school as well.
How do you do for SPM, dude?
Okay, so that time I started homeschooling already because I wanted to be a singer, right? Ever since I homeschooled, I was singing at the same time. That's about it. I think I went to school like 3 times a week, depending on my schedule, and I
Went to school as in high school or
went to school as
homeschooling?
in homeschool. Yeah. So the school was my dining table, my mom's house.
Actually, when a lot of times, right, when people say homeschool, a lot of people are confused. They just don't know what that means. Like, does a teacher come over? Is there?
You can go to a center or the teacher comes over.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like for me, the teacher came over because I was already like singing back then, right? Yeah. So the teacher came over to the house.
I had tuitions last time. That was slightly better than school because it allowed you to depends on maybe a tuition have like my tuitions, like let's say tuitions that had five students or what. I think it's easier to focus because in school you're 40 students. The teachers aren't exactly the most motivated people or the best suited people to want to help educate you. I thought tuitions were more helpful, but also eventually I most of the studying I did was by myself because I very bad ADHD. Not easy for me to focus.
What is ADHD? Like
ADHD is kind of like let's say in class, was it a problem for you to pay attention, to stay focused? Do you like to jump to different topics? Like, I think in this podcast we jump a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's one sign.
So that is a sign of ADHD.
One of the symptoms.
Is it a real thing or?
It is. If you go and look at the symptoms, definitely. I've never gotten.
What is the cause of ADHD?
I don't know. Some kids are born like that, bro. Personality traits.
Born like that, or is it because we are easily entertained by the things that we have in the world right now?
You mean like
scrolling TikTok.
The attention span is.
Yeah, attention span
that makes
shorter.
it worse.
Yeah.
100%. But I think before TikTok, ADHD has been around.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
But it just got worse after TikTok, I say. right? Because I can guarantee people that are watching right now, you won't even remember the last 5 or 10 videos you just watched.
I don't even remember what we talked about in the, I don't know, 10
Oh,
minutes ago.
really? Okay.
Yeah, bro.
Okay, understood. Okay.
But okay lah. If I'm being honest with myself also, right? You know damn well when you consume all this shit, right? You try and compare five. Okay, this one's a good example. When was the last time you watched a movie, bro?
Last time I watched the movie, what, 3-4 months ago, I say.
At the cinemas with your family?
No, just at TV. I don't go to the cinemas.
Is there a reason why?
No time.
Okay, TV, Netflix, or
Yeah,
whatever.
Netflix, and that was also for work.
What movie was
I had
that?
to. I think it was. What was it? Was it Dunkirk or?
Oh, Dunkirk.
Yeah. It was a reference for one of our upcoming projects back then.
Okay, Dunkirk is about a pilot. Is it? If I'm not...
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Do you act, bro?
I used to a bit.
Not your thing.
Too much time, bro. Like when you're acting, most of the time it's just waiting. You're not acting much also.
People think that it's really fun, glamorous and all, but
Not for
like
me.
you mentioned, bro, a lot of time it's just 2 minute scene in one whole day, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. I've been on set before with Amal Alfian.
Okay.
You know Amal Alfian?
Sounds very familiar. I think if I see his face, I can
Pascal.
recall. Oh, Pascal. Okay. Yeah.
Pascal, he played the
I haven't watched Pascal yet.
Oh, you haven't watched that?
Yeah.
I watched it because he was coming on the podcast.
It's actually very funny, right? Because like I'm in the entertainment industry, but I don't consume anything.
Hey, bro, I asked.
It's quite strange, right?
Bro, I asked him this. I was talking to him as well. Then he said to me, "You think I watch my movies, bro?" I said, "Don't watch, dude." And like, then I realized like, it's a common thing for a lot of the actors also in the industry. I don't know. Do I listen to my own podcast? You know what I mean?
Okay.
No. Actually, maybe the really stupid ones are with the boys or whatever.
Yeah, like so for maybe that's for you, but for me, I always cross check myself. Maybe because I'm just used to it. I'm a perfectionist in a way, right? But it depends.
Hey, okay, yeah, we're talking about the attention span thing. So yeah, you last watched the movie 3 to 4 months ago.
Yeah.
How about, let's say, just growing up lah? During your teens,
When I was younger, I
was
watched
it
a lot of
normal?
TV.
Yeah, normal for you.
Yeah, when I was younger, I watched a lot of TV, like cartoons, and I was watching
Series was the thing.
I didn't watch series much, more to movies. Yeah, so when I was younger, yes. And then I think I stopped watching much TV and movies, etc. after 19.
Okay. But was it because of busy, or he was just like, damn, my
I don't see
attention
the
span
point.
is...
I don't see the point in watching the movie. Yeah, so I try to spend most of my time not on my phone. If I'm on my phone, I'm working. I don't watch much TV because most of the things we see on TV these days have no benefit to us at all. Anyways, it's
entertainment. That's about
it's
it.
they're pushing very weird things, so it's just not for me. I mean, you guys have your beliefs, so it's up to you guys, but just not for me.
Let's say you're on Netflix and you're watching a series or whatever. It's like a lot of times people just don't pay attention. They just
They just put it on and then just to teman them in a way,
and then they play their phone now.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah,
So you have a TV on, then you're on your phone,
you double the
and
stimulation,
then you
bro.
put music at the side also. Like what? I don't understand. Just not for me.
A lot of okay lah. Let's say example, you are someone who's working in a corporate gig lah. You already did your work you're tired. You come home from a 10-hour, 12-hour work day. They put it on so that they can wind down. Go to sleep lah. Whether it's beneficial, I don't think it matters to them. Yeah. But to you, nah, not your thing.
No, not my thing. I'm actually even trying to slow down listening to music when I work out or just in the morning.
When you work out, bro.
Yeah. I don't think I need it.
So you work out.
So I drink my pre-workout. I think that's good enough. I don't need something to entertain me while I'm resting, Because like back then, I would say I was a lot more disciplined. When I used to work out.
Sorry, you say back then you're more
just when I just started, like when I really started to try to make as much money as I can, that was like the real hustle thing where I did everything alone. So I was very, very disciplined. So when I work out, I didn't even listen to music. So when I rest, I'll actually count how many seconds I'm supposed to rest, like that point. So I actually enjoy that a lot more. I enjoy being disciplined, so I'm trying to get rid of music as well.
But you still do listen to music when you work out?
Sometimes, occasionally. Or I'll even wear my, I'll bring my headphones around just to, I put it on and I put the noise cancellation thingy on and I walk around with
even
no
with
music.
nothing playing?
Nothing playing, yeah, just so it's a lot more quiet because I think the world's a bit too noisy.
I mean, that's why
I sound depressed.
Yeah,
No,
bro,
I'm
you
not.
sound damn depressed. No, like, okay, bro, especially in the gym, I can understand because you know how there are gym talkers? The dudes that come up to you, hey, so, I mean, people don't say this in Malaysia, like, how's the weather? Or,
Yeah.
No, they don't, but they'll just talk, they want to talk.
Yeah, correct.
I go to the gym, right, I look damn serious or whatever because I also don't want. I've been going gym for 10 years already, right?
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Doesn't I mean doesn't people think that you go to gym and 10 years you get super big,
Yeah.
you progressively get bigger. It's just a place for you to relax also,
Yeah.
bro.
Correct.
Yeah, you just do your
Yeah.
thing.
Break a sweat.
You do your thing, bro. You don't want. That's why you don't want someone to talk to you.
Mm.
At the start, I did enjoy that.
Mm.
Talking to people when I was learning things and all. Then okay.
It gets a little bit boring and tiring, right?
Like, why are you doing this workout? I want to know maybe, or you go with your friends. Then after a while, I realize like, you can't drag. For me lah. What I observe is, do you notice that the people that are fit in the gym, right? A lot of them go alone.
Yes.
If they come with a buddy, that buddy is not there all the time. Also, people go
Correct.
alone, bro.
Yeah, the people that go alone, first of all, they're a lot more disciplined because they also don't rely on other people to motivate them to go to the gym. So that's one thing. The people that bring buddies, most of the time they talk a lot and they do it because probably the partner or the friend left them. Or like, we go through all these breakup situations. So you want to get fit, you ajak your kawan workout sekali. So it's just like a 3-month thing, then you stop.
Yeah, and then you have to. I got very sick of dragging my friend to the gym. There was I had a buddy who I dragged him because I stayed with him right when I was studying abroad. He bunked on my sofa, dude. So
Okay.
I stayed with him. I dragged him to the gym for 2-3 months. There was so much results, man. He grew as big as me within 2-3 months, and I was so shocked, man. I'm like, damn, this guy can. You know how people have different genetics, they can grow at different rates, right?
Yeah.
So he grew really fast. And then the moment I stopped staying with him, everything went away,
So he stopped, right?
he stopped
Yeah.
lah. And then you also get lazy to call people to the gym. After my first few years, I stopped asking people to go to the gym.
Yeah. So I mean, that's why it always comes back to you have to do things on your own. There's no point waiting for other people to push you. If you only rely on that, then you're gonna have a problem. So try to. That's why I enjoy being alone. Also, maybe it's a gift from God that I'm always alone and I enjoy being alone.
Do you like eating alone?
Yes,
I love.
Yeah, I eat alone. Like, okay, I saw this
love
on
that,
social
bro.
media back then. It was like, oh, so sad. You have to eat alone. You have to go to the movies alone. I'll do everything alone. I enjoy it a lot. I can go travel alone. I can go to meetings alone. Like today, I'm here alone. There's no problem.
Yeah, I was thinking, right, is this still gonna bring like his entourage or whatever? I
No.
was thinking that.
No, I'm like, you guys have better stuff to do. Better my staff work in the office. Then
yes.
come here for what? If
Yeah.
everyone comes here,
What,
then,
what would they do if they're here?
yeah, they'll
you
just
know what I
watch.
mean?
Then you're wasting my money. Also for
Yeah,
what?
what would they do? Maybe take a couple of photos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now what? So no need. Yeah. So
Okay, the photos thing is
okay, that could be
could be
help.
good.
But if you look at it from another point of view, right? I hired you so you can do things while I'm not around, right? Yeah, so that's the whole point of hiring. If you hire people, then you still have to do the same job. There's no point of hiring the person. That's the way I look at it. Yeah. But I treat my employees very nicely. I treat my friends. They're very good people.
I don't know.
They're very young also.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Young team.
Yeah, I actually like hiring younger people so we can relate a lot more. Then also because I'm mostly I hang around with older people, right? So when I hire younger people, I can still ask them what's going on with like the Gen Z generation.
Okay. And bro, is you giving opportunities, dude, for people to learn and also.
Yeah.
It's good.
So like when even I hire people, like I have a new editor coming in this Friday. He has never worked anywhere, but I just gave him the opportunity. But he's great, man. He came to me like a whole sales pitch. He showed me like why I should hire him. So I can't
That's the
wait
type of people that an employee wants, right?
Yeah. So I'm actually quite excited to see what he's gonna bring to the table.
Let's say you hire some dude to edit. How much is entry level? Like to edit for a month or whatever.
Okay, so like for some people, they
Are you okay to put this in?
yeah, I don't. Everything we say is they wanna put
Okay.
it in, no problem. So I know some people that pay really cheap, but I try to not pay them cheap because
Some people don't pay, for the first few months.
yeah, that's quite bad. So like
It's very bad.
for me, even like this new editor I'm hiring, right? He has no job experience at all. But he has proof that he can edit certain stuff. So he has no qualification. He didn't study this in
That
university,
is his
etc.
qualification, like
Yeah, so I
you
put it all
showing
aside. I
you.
don't care about your paper, But if you can do the job, I'll hire you. So for
True.
me, I pay the lowest in my company is 2,500. I think he's 19. I think that's a good
Wow,
start.
damn, bro, that's a damn good start, dude. You
Yeah.
work at law firms.
Mm.
You work your ass off doing shit that perhaps you have no interest in, and you
Mm.
get paid less than that also, bro. When you start out,
Yeah,
Not to
Yeah.
mention being an intern.
yeah. Because I plan to be a leader, not really a boss. So I want to lead these people to success as well. So like even if my employees want to quit, they say they have something else they want to do, I will help them succeed as well if I can. Like for example, if they want a job transfer, they want to work somewhere else with a higher pay, I'll help them get that place. That's the type of person I am. So like I would say,
Why?
because when I started out, no one helped me, so I enjoy helping people.
No one helped you.
Yeah.
There had to be some people where you
Okay,
remember.
of course. Like
you
if I remember properly, of course, we'll always see it's my mom. My brother. My
no,
brother.
I mean apart from your family.
Apart from my family, yeah.
Some people you met in the industry
Yeah.
that you realize those are the real ones.
Yeah. Industry, not really entirely. Maybe I can say one or two. Not much.
I would love to know who those are.
So okay, I can
Yeah.
say right now, a person that and changed my life a lot was Malacca boy Prashan. He owns Zeno Entertainment. So that guy showed me the whole marketing side of the industry.
What does he do?
He
his field?
owns a very big talent agency.
I see.
Yeah, so that guy's balling. Yeah, he's like a big G.
Okay.
Yeah. So then the other guy is Ame Hufas. He signed me into his label that made me a singer. So I'll
He
say
gave you
these
the
two people
opportunity.
gave me opportunity. So these two people, yeah, they helped me a lot. But like we were talking about employees just now, right? Yeah. So I try to treat them as best as I can. And in terms
Okay.
of my family helping, that's just standard procedure. Of course, your mom will help you as much as she can.
Of
She didn't
course,
give me
bro.
much money, but she
Yeah.
motivated me. Like, "Shit, you can do this and try."
Well, if they don't give you money, then you have to find the money. So in
Yeah.
a way, it's your
Plus, my mom want to give me money. Also, what money she want to give? We also want. We weren't like up there, we were like just normal working class.
If you don't mind me asking, what did your mom work as growing up?
My mom didn't work, so she only started working when, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know much about her work, but she started working after she got divorced with my dad. I think she was earning a few $1,000 and she had to take care of 4 children. It wasn't tough, I would say. Maybe for some people it's tough, but for my mom, she said it was easy. So depends. You have to define what's hard.
Is it because also dad was still supporting financially?
No one was supporting her financially.
Okay.
She was a standalone mom, right? She was a mom that worked on her own. She had to take care of 4 children, but she managed. She's a very strong person.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Four kids, man. Dude.
Yeah.
I talked about I remember talking about this just few episodes ago, right?
Okay.
Polygamy.
Mm.
So people always think like,
Oh, what do you think about polygamy?
yeah, let's talk about polygamy.
Okay.
Yeah. So people always think like, oh wow, you're gonna have two wives, 3 wives, 4 wives.
Mm.
They probably you want what this lady's gonna cook for you today, and then another day you want to see what this wife is gonna cook for you. But then the one thing that probably people overlook, right, is like not only the monetary aspect, right, where you have to, if you buy one car for one of them, the others might all want a car as well.
Yeah.
Other than the monetary aspect, you need to give them attention as well, because women, attention is very important to them. That's something I had to learn when I was older, only then more experience. I realized like girls are not the same as guys, man.
Yeah.
We think differently,
Definitely
bro.
different. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
So
say they are more emotionally on the thinking
I
side.
want to ask about your dating experience also, but
Okay.
later lah. Okay,
Yeah,
bro. Yeah. So what I think about polygamy, I think it's fucking hard, bro. It's not so easy. Not everyone is
Yes.
lucky enough or fortunate enough. And in a way, you could say that it is a flex if you're a guy. I understand.
Why is it a flex?
Why is it a flex? You can keep how many wives? I mean, provided they are happy and content. You think it's easy? So a lot of people have trouble keeping one lady happy and content. People are always complaining about my wife, that type of shit.
Okay.
Yeah, imagine keeping 3, 4.
Okay. It might sound cool to certain people, but I want to ask you this question first.
What's up?
Which one looks cooler? A guy on a yacht with one girl or a guy on a yacht with many chicks?
Who you know the answer to that, bro?
Which is?
Many chicks, right? Dan Bilzerian.
Why is it many chicks?
Why? Good question, bro.
Because to me, honestly, this looks a lot more cheaper. To me.
Mm.
Like, I don't see the point of having many girls around you.
Yeah.
I don't know how it benefits me. Also, it just adds a lot of headache. So I'm the type of person that's like one wife, one God kind of person.
Yes.
So the whole having many chicks around you, to me, it's just not for me. Maybe it's for you guys. It's up to you guys, have your own personal views, right? But like even getting married to like multiple girls as well, why you want to put so much headache? Why don't you just have... Okay, because if you take care of yourself properly and financially, right, then you have the opportunity to choose. And then you have other responsibilities as well. So it will be better off to just have one wife and make her happy. There's no point to get married to so many girls, then they don't enjoy the relationship, right?
Bro, you asked me why I think it's cool. Well, I think people think it's cool because those girls are not girls that you commit wholly to.
Okay.
That's why they think it's cool. They're
Okay.
girls that maybe they're there for a month or
Or isn't
two.
it cooler if you're the type of guy that's on a yacht, you have one wife, let's just say, and other girls can't touch you? I think that's a lot cooler, you know?
I was about to say
Yeah,
Conor
because-
McGregor, then I realized, Conor is always with other girls.
Oh yeah, so like it's a lot. Like we always see there's guys out there that are rich, they have a lot of girls around them, right? But I think if you make the switch, your opinions are it's up to other people how they want to look at it, right? But like if you make the switch where girls can't touch you and you're loyal to one, that's a lot cooler, man. It's a lot more expensive. It's a lot more rare. That's my personal opinion, right? Right?
I do agree with you. I think it's one of those things also, maybe when you're younger,
Mm.
you think that way because you don't understand the responsibility yet that comes with it, or the amount of commitment.
Yeah.
And then as you get older, you realize like, damn, one is a whole lot to think about already.
Yeah,
And
you
not-
have multiples, a headache, bro.
Not to mention you want to have kids, and you
Yeah.
think the other second wife, third wife, or fourth girl doesn't want to have a kid. They also want to have a family, right? So if they have a family, then attention, your dad, your child, bro, right? Yeah. I think you would understand and prioritize being a good father. lah.
Yeah, I'll try to be. I mean, my mom went through so much pain, right? So there's no point to do the same thing again. That's not the type of person I want to be. Yeah, so one wife, one God, one yacht, one wife. That's a lot better for me.
So it's a big no for you, lah, polygamy.
Big no for me. Yeah, not
Okay.
for me.
Uh,
I mean, it's cool for some people, but just not for me. How you guys want to run your life is up to you. It's not my. Not,
honestly, I never thought it was cool. So
Yeah?
I just understood lah that why people think.
but I'm not gonna lie. When I was younger, I thought it was cool. Yeah, when I was younger, when I was like 17, 16.
Did you? It's cool, but when you even back then also you had to have already known like those girls are there for the moment. So you know Dan Bilzerian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Dan Bilzerian is playing that character. He's not gonna provide for all of those girls. He's paying them. They're escorts.
Yeah.
You know, they're there for the moment. That's why it looks cool.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that he has a fucking rifle or shooting a cannon. Yeah, that's why it's
Yeah.
cool, lah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
When I was younger, when I was 16, 17, I really thought like having a lot of chicks around me was cool, you know. Then as I get older, like I don't see the point. They don't benefit me in any way, so there's no point.
you're still very young, lah, bro.
Yeah. I mean,
very mature
I'm
also.
I'm very young by age, but I don't think my mind is young. I think
I'm sure. I think a
yeah.
lot of people can see that too.
well, yeah. I mean, most of my friends are older as well, right? So, I don't see the point. Many chicks, not for me. Bro, waste of money also.
Is it wasting if you love them, if you want to make each and every one of them happy? You know what I mean? That's why last time people have olden times lah. Okay, they want to build their own mini empire,
Yeah.
right? They want to have many wives, and then it's not only it's not only Muslim. You know, last
Yeah.
time just other races, Chinese all. It's very common. You know, right,
But
bro?
maybe like the whole like back then, like maybe all these emperors and sultans, probably it's for power reasons. For
a
example,
flex,
like, yeah. So like I think they didn't get married to other chicks just for no reason. They probably got married to like from this kingdom to this kingdom to widen their region of
Got you.
conquest, you know, right?
It's strengthening
Yeah.
coverage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe that's one of the reasons why they got married to other chicks.
Yeah,
Right?
And also, bro, to be able to be capable enough to do that lah is fucking hard, dude.
Yeah, you have to be very resourceful. That's one.
Bro, last time I saw this was don't know how this related lah, but then I saw there was this world fattest man last time.
Okay.
He was about 300. This 1890, you know, bro. If you think about that, 120 years ago, not too long ago, world fattest man, and then he was about, if I'm guessing lah, less than 400 lah, not more than 400 pounds.
Okay.
People paid to see him, bro.
Why?
Why? good question. Why? Because
Well, because he was rare and different, is it? 'Cause
hey,
he's
don't ask me,
old.
bro. But I think I can understand lah, because last time people were, I think poverty levels were higher back then. People could not afford to be fat. A king was always portrayed to have a big belly, you know. And then you would see what do you call their concubines, right? Those women that he have around them feed him grapes like that. You know, you see that in Greek paintings or whatever. So maybe the same thing as why people would pay to see a 400-pound.
Could be, but it's quite interesting, isn't it?
It is, bro. Yeah. That was cool, though.
Yeah. So you wanted to ask me about my dating life? What
Yes.
about that?
How long was your longest relationship?
I think it was about 2 years.
How old were you?
My last relationship, I think it ended when I was 17. So it was in between when I was
Yeah.
like singing. Then yeah, we broke up. She left me, I think. Yeah.
Why?
I couldn't really put time to focus on her.
What was your takeaways?
Meaning
What did you learn from it? What did you realize?
that relationships at a younger age, especially if you're not thinking about to get married, it's just a waste of time and waste of money. So there's no point to get into a relationship. If you can't be alone, then you have a problem with yourself. Honestly. People might disagree with this, but it's the truth.
You say it's a waste of time, but you wouldn't have concluded that, would you, if you didn't go through it?
Yeah, so it's good to go through it, but like sometimes we can learn from other people's mistakes as well, so you don't waste as much time. So that's what I've been doing in business. Like if I hear people from the same industry say avoid this and avoid that because they have done it and they showed me why, like they showed me the real concrete
Yeah,
point, right?
evidence.
Yeah, evidence. Then
Yeah, you
I'll
need
avoid
that.
it. There's no point to go through it. Why not waste my
Yeah,
time?
you need that evidence because people can just dish out this and that from
Yeah.
with their mouths or whatever.
Yeah, so there's concrete evidence. I see the reason why, and it makes sense to my head. So no point to do it.
Okay, so you had one long relationship.
Mm.
That's all.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Lesson learned.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is an age that you think you would love to settle down? If you have thought about, if you have
Yeah, yeah.
concluded that lah.
Yeah, in my plan it's 30. 28 to 30.
You know, I've always told myself, right, 30 is the age or so I'll get married,
Mhm.
but it was a very simple reason. Because my dad got married at 30. Very
Okay.
simple reason lah. So you kind of just think like, oh, okay, so that's when adults or
Yeah.
people should get married.
Mm.
Sure enough, today's age, a lot of people are getting married later and
Mm.
later. Why 30 for you, dude?
For me, because I believe at a young age right now, I have the most energy, so I can do the most work and make the most money at this age, right? I mean, I'll at least build my foundation first, so I'm not
Definitely.
distracted. So 28 or 30 is the right time for me because by then, inshallah, my business will be autopilot. I don't have to work much,
Yes.
so I can spend most of my time with my wife, taking care of her, taking care of the kids. That's the goal, lah.
The time, you
Yeah, I
can
have time.
afford the time
Yeah.
to
So now I
spend
don't have
with.
time. I don't even have friends. I mean, like the friends I meet them once a month, something like that. You know. So like.
I'm guessing you don't hang out.
Yeah, I don't hang out. Yeah. So at this younger age, I focus on bettering myself because at the end of the day, people have already heard this. You attract what you are, right? So try to be a good person, and inshallah, you'll be given a good wife. So that's the goal for me.
I don't think you'll have a problem finding.
I mean, if you're a capable man, right? Like to say you're financially free and you take care of yourself, you have a good mindset, etc. Then you actually have the choice to choose who you want to be your wife. You know, you don't just take the scraps from, oh, this is the only thing I have, then I take. So then you end up happier that way.
Do you believe in finding a girl that may not seem right at first, but you change them as well?
No, we can't change people.
Yeah.
And it's not good if you try to make this person change for you. Like for example, right, let's just say like I want to marry a girl that's outside of my religion, which is I'm Muslim, right? So if I want to convert her to Islam because of me, that's the wrong way to do it. Because of, let's just say I die or we get divorced, she'll probably leave Islam, right? Which is not a good thing. So she has to
Maybe
be a good person herself first, then I'll start talking to her.
She has to want to, let's say convert to Islam herself already. Then only it made sense to you.
Yeah, like
for
so
her to
for me,
convert.
right, the whole relationship thing, I try to not deal with potential. You have to be okay already, you know. Like you have to be just like me. No
Because-
drinking, no partying, you know.
Because of the risk factor, is what you're
Yes,
saying.
the risk factor. So I don't deal with potential when it comes to relationships.
I wanted to ask you, so you don't party, because
No.
I tell you, kids your age, right, bro?
Mm.
That's the only thing they're thinking about,
I was
right?
actually quite shocked. What was
Kids-
it? I asked my staff 3-4 days ago.
How old is this dude? or a
he's
girl?
23 and he's the other one. Oh, both of them are 23. Yeah, so they are the operation side of the production. So I asked them like, what do the younger generation do these days?
They
Wow,
fucking
they do
love-
messed up stuff. I'm like,
Messed
wow, it's
up.
quite concerning. We're in Malaysia, you know.
I would say they are picking up from Western culture.
Yeah, Western culture.
I do think that definitely. You heard of the show Euphoria? So
Yes.
Euphoria is a series where I didn't watch it, bro.
Mm.
A lot of people your age or younger, they would be watching that. Apparently, so it's a teen drama, okay, where in my time, there's One Tree Hill, there's the OC, there's Gossip Girl, right? That was pretty scandalous already. They did do explicit things, there was drugs, there was a lot of promiscuous activities. But Euphoria takes it to a whole new level from what
Yeah.
I've heard. The drugs are harder, it's more common. Orgies or whatever, dude. They're doing all kinds of crazy things. And of course, if you look at it from the creator's point of view, they simply want to satisfy what the market wants to see.
Yeah.
And this is unfortunately what
So
the
like you
market
see,
wants.
right? The reason why I also don't like to watch TV, etc., like I said just now, because they're pushing weird agendas, right? And also we're heavily influenced by the things we watch online or on TV. So like maybe one of the causes why people are heavily partying these days, especially Muslims, which you're not supposed to do, right? It's probably because you feel like, oh, I see online other people are doing as well, so maybe I can do it too. You know, there's no fear anymore, which is a problem to me.
Got something interesting to ask you.
Yeah.
So
Go ahead. Yeah.
what do you do? No man is perfect.
Yeah. I'm nowhere perfect too.
Yeah. What do
But you can try to be.
Yeah. Hey bro, is it? Cause I see you smoking cigars.
Yeah.
Right. That shit looks cool.
Yeah.
Is that haram, bro?
I don't think smoking is haram, but correct me if I'm wrong.
So even if it is haram, then you admit I'm just not a perfect.
Well,
Muslim."
if it's haram, then I have to stop lah. There's no.
I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
Don't ask me lah.
Yeah. So if it's
I
haram,
think
I'll
so.
just stop immediately.
I know one thing lah, bro. When you are puasa, it's definitely haram. I think so. When you
Oh yeah, when you're fasting, yeah.
Yes, that's what I
It breaks your
remembered
fast,
from
yeah.
high school and naughty kids,
Because like things go in your mouth
Oh,
for a second.
okay. Think smoke and tobacco, whatever. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that's what I remember lah.
Yeah.
But I don't know, bro. I don't
Yeah.
know.
So like I'm also nowhere near perfect, but like if anyone can explain to me why it's haram or if it really is haram, then I'll stop lah. Yeah. But I think actually it could be, because in Islam it teaches you to take care of your health, and I don't think cigars and vaping are good for your health. So that could be a reason.
A lot of things. I don't know, bro. I've always been atheist person. Now, and then as I get older, I sort of become more agnostic, which means that you just satisfied with the answer of you don't know lah. You don't know the beginnings or what. But in terms of whether haram, that one I don't know about smoking cigarettes. But yeah, you say of course in most religions you're not allowed to harm yourself.
Yeah.
Right. There's a lot of shit we do that we harm us, that humans.
Yes.
What's that term? Humans are drawn to, what do you call that? Just things that are harmful to yourself. Let me give you an example, bro. Drinking coffee, caffeine.
Yeah.
Is that actually good for you? Or just now you mentioned pre-workout. I take pre-workout, bro.
I like it though. The energy it gives you is good lah.
It's
But
good.
I'm not sure if it's good for you or not.
Exactly.
So it's not, is it?
It can't be. I'm no doctor, but it can't be because
then you're relying on artificial energy, is it?
I don't think it's the artificial part. I think it's what So what sort of pre-workout do you take?
I'm not sure.
Those gym brands one.
Yeah,
is
the
it?
gym ones to give you the good pump type lah.
Yeah. So let's say I'm taking this pre-workout, right? C4, which is a common brand in not common, one of the popular brands in bodybuilding world. One serving of that is about the ones that I took before was about 350 mg, right?
Okay.
A cup of coffee, which is the one that I served you up, 70 mg. Okay, so that is.
I think my pre-workout is about 500 mg lah. It's quite mad, is it?
It can't be good for you, bro. And you notice that what's fucking crazy, right, bro? Is you know the first moment you take the pre-workout, right? Let's say your first few days at trying it, you're like, damn, this shit is giving me good energy.
Yeah, the tingling feeling, alright.
Bro, a lot of people don't like the tingly feeling. I love it, bro.
No, I love it, man. I feel like it's working,
Yes, but the tingly feeling only comes. Okay, what time do you usually go gym? I haven't asked you that.
7 a.m. in the gym already.
After breakfast or before?
Before, I don't eat.
That's why you get the tingling feeling.
Yeah, empty
bro.
stomach, right? Because I notice if I eat and I drink pre-workout, it doesn't work.
That's the reason why I stopped eating.
Okay.
Also, another reason why I stopped eating before gym.
Okay.
Because I wanted that feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I enjoy the feeling.
Are you going to advise this for the younger people?
Why?
Is this advisable?
If it's okay, explain to me why it's not good. Just now you haven't.
I don't know the scientific reasons. Go and Google, guys. Go and Google. I'm gonna give you based on experience or my feelings about it, how I feel taking it. Well, you take pre-workout, you will crash, right? The dependency part, that depends on your personality, I guess. Are you someone who's prone to an addictive personality? Whether it's good for you, well, some doctors don't even advise to take coffee. A lot of people cannot handle caffeine, and to imagine a normal cup of coffee is equivalent to, a normal serving of pre-workout is equivalent to 5 to 7 times
Of coffee.
of coffee, how can it be good for you? Maybe it's bearable, but to be good for you, I don't know in the long run.
Yeah,
In the short
that
term,
makes sense. Yeah.
it does feel like it's good lah.
Yeah.
In the short term.
In the long run, actually, kan? You have to think about it.
Is there a
Correct.
placebo effect as well? Right, which means that it's just in the mind, you know, you don't take it also you can do it. I would say I always remember my first few experiences with pre-workout. I did do more than I usually
Yeah.
did. You also felt the same?
Yeah, sort of same.
Yeah.
Like creatine also, right? Do you take creatine?
No, I don't. Do you?
I took creatine. I take creatine. Yeah.
You still take creatine?
Yeah.
Creatine is something
It's
so-
found in meat, right? If I'm not mistaken.
found in meat don't know, bro.
Okay.
But it's if I
it's
ask,
supposed to be natural, right?
sorry,
It's supposed to be natural, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where, you know, there's a lot of things, right? Amino acid, creatine, and then you got all those. I don't know lah. Okay, I can't remember already. But there's so many lah. Okay, they get specific. Then you have to ask yourself like, how much of it is marketing gimmick, right? I can tell you what I think is the biggest marketing gimmick in bodybuilding. But yeah, creatine. When you ask the pro bodybuilders, right, they'll tell you they won't say pre-workout is necessary. They'll say creatine is necessary if they had to pick a certain field. They will say creatine, and some of them say protein. But I do feel protein is the biggest marketing gimmick. Not that it doesn't work, not that it's not essential for recovery or growing or what, but simply because you can get protein from food
Yeah.
anywhere. You know, people take protein a lot of the times. It's the pros are a lot of times it's the convenience factor. It's not so easy, bro. You go makan. Let's say you eat chicken rice, right, dude? Chicken rice. Okay, let's say you eat 3 meals a day lah. You eat 3 chicken rice, right? Like those normal Chinese chicken rice. That's not enough protein. That's not enough protein for optimal muscle growth. So that's why people take protein.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
we're supposed to take double our weight in pounds, right?
Something like that. 1.5 to double. Kgs I think double.
kg double, I think.
Yeah. So yeah, if you were to calculate, right, one chicken breast is about 30 grams. You know, so you would have to eat, let's say, about 65, 70.
Yeah, 67.
67. So let's say you take 140 140 grams of protein or 130 grams of protein is about 1, 2, 3, 4. You need to eat 4 chicken breasts, you know, 4 KFC chicken breasts.
Yeah.
So 4 KFC chicken breasts is a lot of chicken. When you go eat the normal, you know how a serving of Chinese chicken rice, right? They probably give you maybe 1/3 of a normal breast. You know, that type of serving is not enough lah, what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Another thing you would notice also, do you travel?
Yes.
So let's say you're in a Western country, for example, because I was in Australia. What I observed is, you notice that the people there are well built, right? Asians, we are both Asians. There's a lot of Malaysians. There's a lot of Malaysian, Chinese, Malays, all there, but they are more physically fit, more physically muscular, and I
Why
like
is
to attribute that to the food portions. If you
Okay.
notice, the composition of carbs to protein to fat ratio, the carbs to protein especially, is more than Malaysia,
Okay.
our country.
Yeah, kita banyak nasi kan.
Banyak nasi, and this one has to do with the fact that we are probably we're not from a as wealthy country, so our people are used to feeding ourselves with more carbs, paddy, you know, rice. I would think this is the reason, because protein is expensive, like you mentioned. Yeah.
Well, it's interesting actually if you put it at that point. Tapi like for me, the reason why I take protein is because I don't enjoy eating. I said earlier, right? So it just makes things a lot more
Exactly,
easier.
bro.
Yeah. So
So
I take mass.
Mass gainer, is it?
Yeah, mass gainer.
You know why I'm not surprised you have no problem taking mass gainer?
Why?
Because you're the sort of type of person you already don't like to, you don't not only like, you don't glorify eating, like, you know how people love their meals, right?
Yeah.
They want to have this
Oh, I'm not
today.
even picky eater. You know, I just eat whatever's on the table. Like, it is what it is.
I do eat chap fan. You know what's chap fan?
Sounds familiar.
Chap fan is like nasi kandar, but the
Okay.
Chinese one.
Yeah.
No, not
Okay.
nasi kandar. It's like just nasi lah, nasi in the food truck or whatever. The Chinese version lah,
Yeah.
chap fan lah. So I can eat that every day, but I'm also picky in the sense that today I know what I want to eat.
Okay.
Tomorrow I know what I want to eat.
Mm.
But for you is what's convenient most of the time.
Yeah, what's convenient? Correct.
Yes. And what was my point again? What the fuck was I saying? Huh? What did you ask me? You asked me something, I think.
We were talking about me not being a picky eater.
Oh yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so you like I got a lot of people that complain, right? So people who are ectomorph, they always take serious mass gainer because that's how you gain weight. Then they'll say, oh, I don't like the taste. It tastes like shit and blah blah blah.
Yeah, I don't care about the taste.
It tastes like shit, yeah, duh.
I want the results. I don't care about the taste.
Yes, but for me, I actually like the taste, bro.
Oh really?
Because
you
it's-
enjoy like the chocolate taste and everything.
Bro, so last time I would cut bulk, right?
Mm.
2 months bulk, 2 months cutting. And then you take mass gainer 2
Mm.
times a day. The mass gainer, I'll put milk, you know. So people put water already, it's very thick.
Yeah.
You put milk, it's even thicker, but of
Mm.
course it tastes better.
Yeah.
So do you put milk?
Yeah, I put milk.
Tastes good, right?
Yeah, it tastes good.
A lot of people still complain like it's very filling, but
Mm.
just do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah, so like for me, when I take protein, etc., I don't really care about the taste or whatever. Even for food, I do what's convenient to me because I like to move fast, right? So I don't
Mm.
care about eat. I can eat the same thing every day for the next month and I'll be fine. Seriously.
So tell me what you like.
I like steak a lot,
Oh,
but
okay.
I don't eat that much because then you have to go to restaurants, etc., right? So most of the
You
time,
like steak since last time?
yes, I've always liked steak.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can't eat it much because then you have to go to restaurants. But like for me
Yeah.
personally, now I just eat what do I eat these days?
Nasi kanda?
Not nasi kandar much.
Mamak?
Satay. It has a lot of it's meat, right? Satay
yeah.
or nasi ayam penyet. So I've been eating the same thing. I think what for the
Ayam
past
penyet,
3 weeks. Yeah,
I think ayam penyet is what Indonesian.
I think so. Yeah, but because it has chicken, right? So to me it's protein.
Have you heard of this place called Mud Rock?
Yeah.
You tried it?
But the chili is very spicy.
That's my thing, bro.
Huh?
I love spicy. Okay,
Okay.
it's sort of a perhaps unhealthy relationship with that level of spiciness. So that level of spiciness, right? You know, people probably take a scoop or two. I'll put enjoy like a soup bowl amount of sambal. Just
Okay.
eat that every day, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Understood.
people are going to wonder what happens to my ass the next day.
Terbakar lah. It'll be
Terbakar?
burned.
But bro,
It'll be burned.
you know, your mind can get through anything, and then you get used to it also.
Yeah.
Not advisable. Yeah. Why did you actually come on this podcast, bro? You reached out to me, and
Yeah.
I'm lucky enough to, bro. You know that shit doesn't happen often, right?
Yeah. It
Like people who are already well known on Instagram, they work very hard to get to where they are, right? They don't just, even if they wanted to, bro, they won't just message you
yeah.
because they have some sort of pride.
Oh,
right?
I'm not that kind of person.
Yeah. So he reached out to me and then asked me,
I liked your videos, bro. So I texted you.
sorry,
I liked your videos. I was like, oh, it's quite funny. You know, I was scrolling, right?
thank you, bro.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, having skins on it. Then I saw another friend of mine, that dancer. I mean, like we're
Dennis.
acquainted
Yeah.
to each other, right?
Mm.
So I saw that and I was like, oh, reach out, you know. That's all. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have that whole gap of like, oh, I'm above anyone. I feel like I'm a normal human being. I can go to malls like a normal person.
Mm.
So there's no I'm up there kind of vibe.
But people might have, a lot of people might perceive you the wrong way, right? Just because of, I guess you dress very atas.
Oh
you
yeah, I
know?
like to put. It doesn't mean the way you dress your sombong, etc.
Not,
Right? So
it's,
like
it's not lah, of
yeah,
course.
so I just like to put myself together. Like my hair is always neat, my beard is always neat as well.
Yeah,
So
it's
I have to
very
smell
neat.
nice, you know. So I put on nice clothes. It's the way you present yourself. Yeah, but people can still come up to me in public. I walk and eat at normal places, nothing fancy.
So do you get approached a lot these days?
These
last
days,
time
yeah,
also.
but it's very interesting. So back then when I sing, it's usually fangirls that used to come up to me, but now it's mostly guys, like 27, 30, coming like, bro, business advice, please help me how, that kind.
It's a different market.
Yeah, which I
okay.
actually enjoy a lot more because I feel like I'm providing a lot more value to people's lives these days.
Yes, because what value are you providing to fangirls?
Yeah, so like the whole singing industry as a
Compared
whole,
lah, I
right?
mean,
Yeah, the entertainment industry is not really a thing for me. I don't really enjoy it much because there's no value to it.
But I always wondered lah, dude. I
Mm.
I don't know how I would be if I was. I don't have nearly the amount of maturity you had when. I mean, that you have when I was your age lah. I don't have nearly the amount of maturity lah. But I always wondered, right, if I was your age and if you've got a lot of fangirls and being popular, and this is actually an interesting topic lah, being very successful, being famous, a well-known person at a very young age. You It's not exactly easy to manage. There's no guideline. No one is
Mm.
going to teach you how to go through
Why?
life.
Why? Okay.
Yeah,
Then, yeah.
no one's going to teach you how to go through life. Being popular, it's not something that you can learn from a book. So I always wondered, and like, being popular at a young age. Let's say if I was you, I know that I would probably be going out with many girls and all, enjoying this style of thing. Yeah, but how do you feel with like growing up, really being popular?
Okay,
at a young
so
age, bro.
the standard procedure if someone gets famous is they start partying, they go out with girls, and then they start drinking, and then they spend a lot of money, then they buy a car, they flex it everywhere, then they become egoistic. That is the standard procedure for most
Very
people,
much so,
right?
lah. Yeah.
Yeah, very much so. That's the standard procedure for most people. But like just now, you said there's no guideline on how to take care of yourself, right? But I said it earlier in the podcast where most of the things we already know the answer to. We already know what's right and what's wrong. So it's very basic things. So like for me, I don't see any benefit going out with girls, so I don't go out with girls. And I know drinking, I can't drink because I'm Muslim. The answer is no. So just don't drink. You don't have to overcomplicate everything. So most people these days, they like to overcomplicate everything. That's the way I look at it.
Overcomplicate, maybe also a very much lack of discipline, lah.
Yeah, discipline is very important. Like I chose this life, so I appreciate it a lot. So this is the way I appreciate it, by taking care of it properly, not taking it for granted.
Yeah, bro. Let me ask you about religion, dude.
Mm.
I'm not someone who's religious. Never been.
Yeah.
You born into this religion. Were
Mm.
you always religious since young?
No,
Your family?
family not entirely. No, my granddad, yes, granddad very religious.
Okay, I guess it was the older generation is more people, a bigger percentage of people are religious, is it?
Mm.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, then would you say now you're more religious person?
a lot more. Yes.
How did that happen, bro?
How did it happen? I think the things in the Quran just makes a lot more sense to me. Like I think even
As you
since,
mature.
yeah, I mean as I mature, I understand it a lot more. Yeah, so like even if you see like on TikTok these days, right, there's a lot of people that are atheists or non-Muslims start reading the Quran because of the whole Palestine-Israel issue, and they find that the Quran makes a lot of sense. So I think once you start reading it, then and if you can understand it, it helps a lot. Yeah, I think it's like because most of the things in the Quran it predicts the future, which is nearly impossible for a book to be predicting the future from 1,500 years ago, right? So even stuff like that also just moves your heart a bit.
So it was a gradual process, is
Yeah.
it for you to get
Yes.
more and more?
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, it's like I've grown up this way. A lot of the things also is, I feel like a lot of the things is you follow by your parents. My parents were also always atheists, right? Even though one is from Christian, one is from Buddhist, but they never. It was never a regular thing to go to the church or go to the temple. Maybe I would go once or twice for some event or whatever. But because I was brought up that way, then I also ended up being this way. Yeah. So that's why I asked, bro. Just curious. Yeah. Okay.
So like before that, early you were Christian or just straight atheist?
That's the thing, bro. People, if you want to know on your birth certificate, I think it's listed as Christian.
Okay.
But the reason why it's listed as Christian is because my dad was a Christian, my mom
Okay.
is a Buddhist.
Okay.
So I think similar to how you take the surname, the last name of your dad, right? They also probably think that in the cert, birth cert, you take the religion of your dad. But my dad was never a religious person. So he never brought that into our household as well. Yeah. But yeah.
So like being atheist, do you guys believe that there's an afterlife or something like that? Or how does that work for you guys?
Good question, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because this topic you can actually go, it's endless. It is
Yeah, but it's interesting because
It is
people
very-
rarely talk about this stuff,
in Malaysia,
Mm.
no. Other countries they talk about it a lot, I
Okay.
guess. Yeah, in Malaysia, do I believe in afterlife? This is
Yeah.
what I think happens.
Okay.
Okay. The lights go out. And
It's just dark.
dark. And I've always thought this way since I was very young. I actually remember when I was maybe 6 or 5-year-old, right?
Okay.
This was quite weird. I went to my mom and I started crying. Then I said, I don't want to die, I don't want to die.
Mm-hmm.
Because in my mind, imagine you're a 5-year-old kid, 6-year-old kid, and then you visualize the image of we 5-6 year old, you know what sleeping is already,
Yeah.
right? So you imagine sleeping forever and
Mm.
not waking up, and not only sleeping, when you're 5-6 year old, also you also have dreams and nightmares
Yeah.
and all. You just imagine sleeping, but no dreams, no nightmares,
Mm.
blank. The
Just
lights
black.
go out.
Okay. Like most
Yeah.
of my dreams these days, I don't have dreams at all.
So you
It's
just
just
knock
black.
out.
Yeah, knockout black.
You know why?
Yeah. What?
Because you're tired.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. If you're, I think so. I
Yeah.
think so. If I'm not mistaken, because it also probably takes some energy to dream.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So most of the time I sleep just black.
Yeah. So you dead tired. You go to sleep. So yeah, when I was a kid, I remember I was crying. I go to my mom and say like,
Mm.
I don't want to die. I don't want to die. You
Mm.
know. And my mom was probably shit. How do I wasn't taught how to parent this moment in
Mm.
life. You know. Yeah. So that's what I think. But now as I grow older, from an atheist perspective, then I sort of think like it's more of a agnostic, which is, you don't know. It's just I'm accepting the fact that I don't know lah, dude.
Mm.
I think a lot of people also don't know, but I do understand how religion is very useful to
Mm.
a lot of people, because, bro, it makes things so much simpler, you know, black and
Yeah.
white. You know, it's also a much more safer. You feel much more safer knowing that in life, right? What are the good things, the guidelines, what are the bad things, and also people are terrified of death, dude.
Mm.
You know what happens after death? I don't know. Do you know? But if you follow the religion and it's helped you along the way, and if you've seen results, you know, by all means, if it helps you out, then yeah, it's for you. Yeah.
Interesting.
What do you think happens after? And
okay.
what did you think when you were younger also?
When I was younger, I've always believed that there's hell and there's heaven. I mean, I've been taught that way, right?
Yeah.
But when I was younger, I just believed and like, okay, that's it. But as I get older, as I learn, I truly know now that it's really there, for me, like my point of view, right?
Got you, bro.
So what happens when we die? Eh? I think the standard procedure will be judged on how we spend our years on this earth, because in Islam, I'm not really an entire religious person.
You mean down to the details?
Yeah, down to the details. But in Islam, we are only sent to this world as a test.
There's gonna be. I mean, if you get any slight error, mistakes wrong, or someone's gonna correct you.
Yeah, it's okay. That's good. Correct me if I'm wrong. There's no worries, you know. Because I'm also still learning myself. So please
Nice.
correct me. Anyways, so in Islam, we are sent here as a test to see if we are worthy to go to heaven or not. And even if I'm not mistaken, we chose to come down to this earth as well.
Humans, you mean?
Yeah. So like for example, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong. We are currently in an exam. We know that we wanted to come here, just that God erased our memory. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. So I mean, it's
Okay.
interesting. I think there's more hope with having God in your life. You know, I mean, just for me.
Definitely, bro.
Yeah, because you know that there's something better promised for you after, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also just now I mentioned, like, it's people feel safe knowing that there is something. You at least have an idea. You know what's going to happen, because
Mm.
you are some people you always see on Instagram lah. Okay, an old person on the deathbed, and then they'll say like, I don't fear death because I've done everything I need to do. You know, you've seen those videos. But for the majority of people, a lot of people are terrified.
Yeah, because I mean, like, if you live a life without religion, for me, or without Allah, you know, what's the point of living then? What's your purpose? Just to make money and have kids, is it? No, that's
What I think is this is interesting. We got both different perspectives. What I think is, you ask me what's my point, right? I don't fucking know, man. You know, I feel like, fuck, man, they put us here on this earth. What you make sense of it, right? What you think life is all about, that's up to you to figure out in that whole journey.
So like you keep on saying like you don't know. Is it you don't know, or you choose not to know?
I guess I choose not to. How do I, if I want to know?
So the books are there.
Exactly.
You know, maybe study and see what makes sense to you. You know?
I think then it would be I choose not to know.
Oh,
Yeah.
so then you choose not to know.
I choose not to know. Yeah.
Mm.
So I shall remain terrified. No lah. Don't know lah, bro. Who knows? I'm still. Maybe when I get older, I find peace and comfort in knowing that when the lights shut out, I'm okay. You know. But yeah. For now, death is still scary.
Mm.
Do you fear death?
Yeah, of course it's scary, man.
Fuck
Like-
right. Hey bro, I'm asking a 22-year-old kid, you know.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know
Yeah.
why I call you kid. 22 you're a man, bro.
Yeah. So like,
Yeah.
of course it's scary, man. I'm also scared of death because I'm nowhere near perfect. I've done some messed up things before.
Judgment day will come, bro.
Yeah, judgment day will come. But I can say that I am a good man because I've been exposed to the bad side of things and I've seen the good side of things and I choose to be better. You know, like you can't say a man is loyal. Who said this? I think someone said this. There's a quote like, you can't say a man is loyal until he's been given the option to choose.
So is it similar to, because this is shit, man, I'm so bad at this. I know, like in Christianity, right? Yeah, you commit sins and all. You go to the, depending on what sort of Christian you are, there's Catholic, there's Methodist, all those stuff. So you go to the church and then you've seen in movies they have those box.
Yeah, then you talk
confession
to
booth.
confession.
Yeah, and then you confession booth and then that way is kind of cleansing your sins. How's it like in Islam, bro? Like you get, it's an overall judgment. I mean, your time is up, is it?
Yeah, so in Islam, for us, we talk directly to Allah when we pray. If I'm not mistaken, we are the closest to Allah when we sujood. Sujood means you put your head down to the ground.
Prayer,
Yeah.
5 times.
Yeah, so we only talk to Him. We don't explain to other human beings. Yeah, so only He can forgive us.
Basically, okay, now I got you. Yeah, basically every time you pray, it's like the Christian going to the confession booth.
Kinda, I would say, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Also correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know about Christianity. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Interesting, eh? We talk about religion.
Yeah. Have you done that on?
Not much. I mean,
No,
it's
also
not
no.
something I'm very good at. You know, I'm still learning myself.
Yeah.
So usually I try to avoid questions that I'm not good at. But just for the sake of it, we just try it.
So, bro, you believe there's an afterlife?
Mm.
In this universe, are we alone? Ooh. So now we're going into the alien shit.
Okay, alien shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know much about that. I haven't read
It's
about
okay.
that yet. Yeah. So
What do
I
you
don't
think?
know. What do I think? Realistically, right? Okay, so I'm a very realistic and logical person, right?
You can tell.
Realistically, we can't be alone. But if Allah says we're alone, then we're alone. So I'll have to find that out.
Oh, is it in?
No, I don't know. So if He says, but I don't think so. He said that. I'm not so sure. Yeah. But realistically, we can't be alone. This universe is huge, man. Right.
Like, let's say, we're talking about living organisms, right? And living organisms
Oh, yeah.
is a cell.
Define
bro.
alone, like aliens, right?
Yeah.
Okay, aliens. Okay. I thought like if you're saying like alone, like in terms of like
Another,
ghosts and jinn, that
oh,
probably
oh,
there
spirit-
lah. All this spiritual realm stuff mestilah ada.
Oh, that one also I've never believed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen any? No.
You see, that's the thing, bro. If I've seen it right there, I believe it, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. How about you, bro? Have you seen any? You guys believe in this stuff, right? Is it? Like there are certain spirits and all around.
Yeah, but not everyone is.
He's gonna see them in their
Not
lifetime.
everyone's gonna see. Yeah.
Have you personally?
I've seen like shapes and forms and like bayang-bayang, but I haven't seen like a clear form of a person looking at me directly in the eye. No.
Remember Paranormal Activity?
Yeah.
That was quite a big blockbuster horror film when we were, I think, 10 years ago, or more than 10 years ago lah, bro. So for me lah, I think ghosts don't exist, spirits don't exist, because actually it's kind of a selfish conclusion, but because I've never seen it myself, right? So you don't see it, then you don't believe it. But
Yeah.
people always talk about it, there's a lot of haunted places, Genting, there's a lot of
Yeah.
haunted hotels or whatever. So I watched Paranormal Activity, and then one day I was sleeping, and then I was really scared, man, after watching that film. I remember waking up in the middle of the night, then I see a figure. Then the time I focus in is I was lying in my room, the mattress. So I'm just looking at the door, and my door, there's clothes hanging there. So the visual that I was seeing that I thought could be a ghost or spirit or whatever was my clothes.
Okay.
So I start to think that, damn, maybe a lot of people are seeing things also like this, maybe when
Or
they're
the imagination good.
yeah lah. But also it goes down to the fact that personally you don't see it, you don't believe it.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man, bro.
Yeah, like for me, realistically, I'm not really scared of any. So I can like work at the office till 1 a.m. alone, no worries. I can walk in dark alleys alone, no worries. I'm actually scared of human beings more than all these
No
ghosts.
shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
So, but the whole point of Islam is submitting to Allah's will, right? So if He says that they are there, I'll have to believe that they are there.
That is until you find out lah. Last question, and then we're gonna wrap up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually I ask my guests advice to 18-year-old self.
Mm.
But for you, advice to
What 12-year-old me?
12-year-old
Really?
12-year-old Asad, bro. Give me a brief image of 12-year-old Asad.
12-year-old Asad.
Yeah, paint me a picture of a 12-year-old Asad.
Wow, he's a
now.
very fun boy. He was a school athlete.
What sports, bro? Shit, we didn't even talk
Football.
about that.
Yeah, football.
You still follow or watch any soccer?
No, it's a waste of time for me. I mean, for me at
Oh,
the
the soccer
moment.
fans are like, fuck this guy.
No, I mean it's up to you guys. For me, it's a waste of time at the moment because I have other things to prioritize.
Maybe next time
But
do it.
actually, I do enjoy it. I just haven't found the time to really watch it yet. Spend much time watching.
That's why I say
football.
maybe next time, when you're satisfied with where you are in your career, you got a family, your kid wants to play football.
Oh yeah, of course I'll play with him, man, for sure.
Not only play, then maybe you get into the sport again. I mean,
Yeah.
following the
So
sport.
like the whole goal now is to sacrifice my younger age so that I can give my family the best years of their life. That's the whole goal
That
for me.
makes a lot of sense, bro. You're doing very well already. I hope you achieve everything, and I know you're confident enough you would. But yeah, a picture of 12-year-old Asad.
Yeah, very fun boy. Always laughing. Yeah, it was a good time.
Not serious, not
so serious. Takes things very lightly. Yeah, it's a completely different boy.
Completely different, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
for them
Watch
he was 12,
cartoons
right?
or whatever. Play
Yeah.
games, video
Yeah,
games.
play games. Yeah, I had we played PS2. Sometimes I'll go to the CC with my friends.
Oh,
Yeah,
what
Simon
did you
Gimmick,
play?
I
Counter
think it was
Strike.
Blackshot. I think. Yeah. So like it was a very very fun boy.
I tell you,
Sorry.
I want to know that. I don't think there's one moment but I want to know maybe. Is what it sounds very simple to say Is it a moment in your life where the you flip the switch then you're like, damn, the fun and games ends, I gotta be serious now. Do you even remember a moment, or is
Yeah,
it
I remember
gradual?
it was 16 15.
Oh,
15
there
when
was a moment.
Yeah, 15 when I was I think it was in my classroom, or was I at home already? Yeah, I realized that I really don't like studying. It's not for me. I'm not dumb at it.
Did you get bullied? Like why was it hard for you to make friends?
Yeah, it's because we don't think alike. I've always think differently. Even though like I'm not as mature as now compared to last time, but like when I was in school, I didn't enjoy much school. I'm not bad at it, so it was to the point where I actually tested myself. I said, "Am I stupid in school?" So I tried for like a month or 3 months. I tried my best to study as hard as I can,
At
and I actually
15,
got
is it?
yeah when I was 15. I got good grades, but it's just not for me. I didn't enjoy it.
If you wanted, you could have
Yeah.
done it.
So if I wanted, I could have done it, but I didn't want it, so I pushed it aside and I figured out other ways to start my life because there was a window for me, like until how long I want to be living with my parents, right? That's the way I look at it. So some way somehow in the future I have to give back. So I looked at it from 16 to 18. I must be able to move out or must be able to switch it where my parents live with me instead of me living with my parents, right? So I tried many things from I want
When
to be
you
a
say
model.
parents, you mean parent. So when you said parents, you mean parent, is it? Because you're single mom?
Oh no, she remarried again.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
I
okay.
didn't know.
Yeah, so I from 15 to 18 I tried my best. I tried other things, how to be a model, didn't work. I tried selling a few stuff like small business,
MLM.
didn't work. No MLM lah. Yeah, then singing worked for me, so I tried other stuff first. I tried to discover myself, and then from there that's when life switched a bit.
So you could say you remember that period, but it's not a one day thing lah. It was
Yeah,
a
it was like a
months.
whole process of I would say a year, I think, because nobody switched. Like let's just say like you're a drug addict. Tomorrow you wake up, your top G, it doesn't work.
Don't know. Maybe some people there's stories of people get hit in the head, they badly concussed, and then suddenly
Oh, maybe,
their
but
life
that
changes,
rarely happens, right? So I'm like the realistic form.
yeah.
Like everyone else can do it if they wanted to. So
Yeah. So it took you a year, then you realized like, okay, I need to start getting serious and becoming
Yeah.
more focused in
because I was running out of time. That's the way I looked at it.
but for many people, you have all the time for other people.
Cannot, man. Like
No
like-
lah, dude, we're on this earth for not a long time lah, bro.
yeah,
Yeah,
but if let's say if you're a young person, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you've experienced this. Like if you come home and then you see your mom and dad that look tired, don't you feel bad? Right.
Bro, I was not that person until older only, bro.
Oh really?
Yeah, that's why I say I'm very fortunate. Not only did my parents give me everything that I never asked for, they tried their best to make sure that I don't see any of the hardships of life.
Yeah, I'll show my sons especially everything.
You have to. I
keep
do
them very
believe
in touch
that.
with reality. That's the way I'll put it.
I do firmly believe that as well, and the reason why I say that is because I grew up the opposite way of they tried their very best to shelter everything, not they don't want you to see also the hardships of life, of realities. I always tell people, bro, they did their best to portray a perfect marriage. Okay, my parents got three brothers, three of us are all together, including me. They did their very best to portray a perfect marriage, until at this point, I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, my dad and mom did such a good job. If I were to find out that actually it wasn't a perfect marriage, my dad had an affair here, or my mom had an affair here and there, right, I'll be like, whatever, man, you already did. Of course you love your parents, no matter, like, for everything they sacrificed already. I would think, like, they already did whatever it is, whatever I find out about you now, it will never change the perspective I have about them, because they already did everything to portray that sort. Whether it's good or not for the kid, I don't think so lah. I think what you're saying is true. You need to
show them the real world, man. Why you gotta hide things,
But bro, my parents also, they're humans, bro. They also don't know, they're not the perfect parents, even though I think that they are lah. And a lot of kids would think that way about their parents lah. Okay, so now that we know the 12-year-old Asad, who was quite oblivious lah, he was a very happy kid, fun kid to be around. Try to summarize an advice to that kid.
Oh, okay. Man, you're doing great. You're doing way better than you expected. That's for sure.
You mean at 12?
Yeah, I mean, just 12-year-old, right? It's good. It's good that you had a lot of fun, because you're gonna go through a lot of stress. At the age of 16, 17, you're gonna put your head down and work as hard as you can. Well, 12-year-old, there's not much I can advise to him. I think my life has been sorted out perfectly as it is. I think everything came at the right time. So it was good that I had the younger age to have fun before I take my life seriously. Because I did take my life quite seriously very young, right? I mean, 16, 17.
Yeah,
Compared to a lot of people.
I'm surprised.
So there's not much that I advise. I mean, it's good. Whatever that happened to me before is good.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't tell 12-year-old Asad to stop smiling and get to work. No, I'm kidding lah.
No, I think he enjoyed that moment.
It's important, bro, to have that. You know, definitely important. Some people don't get to live their childhood or be a kid. You definitely did, and that's great. You had a balance.
Yep. So I'm very proud of 12-year-old Asad. I say you're a very smart boy for the person you became today. That was 10 years ago.
Bro, you know how Asian families are, right? I wanted to be a musician when I was young. My parents immediately told me when I was so young, nothing in music, Malaysia, no, you cannot make it. Immediately they were very negative. Would you tell your kid he can do whatever he wants to do?
Yeah, do whatever you want. But I'll not fund anything.
Then he has to find a way lah. Or if he doesn't find a way, then he doesn't want it that bad.
Let me tell you a story about my brother, yeah?
How was your brother?
My brother's 21.
Your younger brother.
Younger brother, yeah. So this is the most recent story, but I'll share it to the public anyways. So before we end this podcast, take this as an example. My younger brother used to work under my company. He used to be the finance department. So he had a very good paycheck. So he bought certain things, like he bought a motorbike, that he buys certain things on installment, everything. And then people might see this as a dick move, but it's a way to teach him how hard life can get. And if I'm not around, you still have to save yourself. So what I did was I fired him on the spot. I said, Ashraf, you're fired from today. Yeah, so then he was stressed out. He was like pissed. He was like, whoa, this is so terrible. I have all this commitment,
why did you fire him?
Yeah, but before that, before you teach a person a certain lesson, you have to explain to them why you're doing it. Right? So you can't just fire them and let them be. They'll probably go suicide, or with new people this generation, right? So I told him, right now, with the money I gave to you, you have to find a way to make money on your own. So he tried many things, and then he landed on mobile detailing, which is making a lot of money right now for him.
Sorry, when you say the money that you gave him, you mean the money that he worked for?
Yeah, the salary, yeah. Yeah, because he was getting way more than he should be getting.
Okay, so what you're trying to say is that he could have had it way harder working in the same field in another company.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
So that's, and he surprisingly, he pulled through. Not surprisingly, I knew he will pull through. and he's very thankful for the thing that I did to him.
What's he doing right now? Sorry.
Mobile detailing.
What is mobile detailing?
So you, instead of owning a car wash, you only target high value customers, the expensive cars, and you bring the car wash to their house.
Car detailing, got you.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
okay.
instead of like the standard procedure where you book a tapak to wash there for 15 ringgit, you go to a house, one car 1,000, one car 800, like that.
What's the company's name?
Wetworks.
Wetworks.
Wetworks. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's doing very well now. So
how long has it been?
it's been 8 months, 6 months, I think, his company. So it's quite recent that I fired him. Yeah.
8 months, 6
I
months.
fired
only,
him in
bro.
March.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you explained to him before you fired him.
Bro, that guy, his mindset's totally different, bro. Because he went through all the pain, right? Now he's smart. He has his life put together.
Wait. You're saying his mindset now is totally different?
Yeah, now it's completely different. Because he went through the pain. He experienced the reality of life, how hard it can actually be, right? So he's much more of a better person now. And I'm so happy to see where he is right now. So it's good.
How was he before?
Before, the typical normal kid, lepak malam.
Like everyone else?
Like everyone else. Just like everyone. Now he's focused, He has a vision. He knows what he wants to do with his life. Because you try and imagine, most of the people, it's harder for them to succeed because they don't have any commitments, at a young age. So when he already has commitments, you find him on the spot, he still has to pay these things, right? And no one's going to help him. I don't allow anyone.
He already has commitments, yeah, you're right.
So he has to find a way to make money to pay these things off.
Yeah, and guess what, humans will adapt.
Yeah, but at the same time, you don't torture him and say, I'm not going to help you at all. I'll help you with advices, what to do, what you can start, where to put your money, that kind of thing. But I won't fund you, that's all.
Okay. Yeah, maybe one day I'll speak to him. Yeah, the brother of Asad. What's his name, dude?
Ashraf Motawh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does he play Instagram as well?
No, my family is actually quite private, mostly. I mean, he has social media, but it's not active.
It's a personal one, though.
Yeah, it's a personal one, yeah.
Okay, guys. It's been almost 2 hours, man. 2 hours, bro. It felt fast, yeah. We talked a lot. Got to know Asad very well. Actually, I listened to you on some other podcasts as well. It was a bit different now. Did hear about your backstory and all, but I really enjoyed this one a lot. Also, maybe because I'm biased towards we're talking English the whole time. It was great to have Asad on, bro. Maybe next time you can come on again in the future. Guys, if you watch up to this point, 1 hour and 53 minutes, do me a favor, if this is the first episode you've watched or the second episode you've watched, actually even more so if it's the second or third episode you've watched, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, thoughts, what you thought about this episode, suggestions, who you would like to have on the podcast in future episodes. Always try my best to reply most of y'all. So yeah, guys, give it up for Asad, and see you guys in the next episode.
Woke up, I ain't got a job, okay. Don't know what day of the week, okay. Drop a new hit with the squad, okay. Do it and go back to sleep.